This is episode 2 of my comprehensive guide to Minecraft. So this episode, it's going to be basics. So this one is our first goals. So in this episode, I'm going to show you what to do when you're starting up a survival world. I'm going to help you out with some basic movement skills, some basic block identification, how to build a small base, how to make tools, and some basic crafting. So to start off with, obviously, we're going to go into our Minecraft game. We're going to type a name. So this is going to be, I'm just going to call it demo. I'm going to change it to easy, survival, and then I'm going to leave everything else. As you can see at the bottom left-hand side of the screen, I do have an input overlay. Just a reminder that I have my sprint set to E and my inventory set to R. So this is actually not the best start for a beginner. So if this is the case and you spawn into a desert and you are a beginner, I would recommend just save and quit and create a new world. So let's create a new one. Let's actually call it demonstration. Like that. So we'll just wait for this to load up. Shouldn't take too long. There we are. Okay, so this is a much better start. So when you first load into your game, if you haven't selected a bonus chest, I showed you how to get a bonus chest in the previous episode. If you haven't got a bonus chest, there won't be anything around you. If you do, and you spawn in the middle of some trees, what you'll want to do is you'll want to move around and look for a torch. I'll show you how to make what a torch looks like in a bit. But for now, the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to one of the closest trees. So there are a bunch of different tree types in Minecraft, and you're going to want to go over to one of the trees. And as you can see on the overlay, I am just going. So also, you should have auto jump off, just another thing. And so basically, you're just pressing W, ASD. If you have never played a video game where you need these types of controls before, it might take a little bit of getting used to using WASD. But apart from that, it's very simple. Then when you get to anything that you want to mine, how you mine or punch something is just hold down left click, tapping left click once or twice. We'll just start punching. But if you want to mine a block, you got to tap and hold. So that was left click. However, when you're placing down blocks, say I want to put this dirt back down, I will right click, and that'll put the block back in place. So one of the first things that you're going to do when you go to a tree, you mine a piece of wood. One of the very, very first things you do is you craft a crafting table. Now, the crafting table is how you're going to make a lot of the different tools and weapons and armor and all sorts of different things that are available in the game of Minecraft. So, as you can see in your inventory, you do have a 2x2 crafting grid, which means that you can do some things like make the crafting table, as I showed just before. You also have this little crafting guide. So it can show you all the things that you haven't got the resources for that you've unlocked. So like I showed you before, that's how you make a crafting table. It also shows you some of the other things that you've unlocked. Now I tend to have it on showing craftable. And if I put that down, as you can see on top, there's a 3x3 grid. If I open that up, it's a 3x3 grid. And it has a few more options which require the 3x3. So that's a 2x3 tall for a door. That's a C shape. Well, it's really a U shape for a boat. And then just crafting recipes that require more than a 2x2. Some of the basic blocks that you will encounter in Minecraft are dirt, grass, which is often found on top of dirt, surprisingly, stone, granite, diorite, andesite, which are all basically different stone variants, cobblestone, gravel, and sand. These are different things that you will find in your world in different areas. There are 6 main types of wood in Minecraft, at least that you need to worry about. They are oak, birch, jungle, spruce, acacia, and dark oak. Now that you know some of the basic blocks in Minecraft, I'm going to quickly go over what a base tends to be in Minecraft. With our crafting table, we put it down and we make a furnace. So a furnace is 8 cobblestone in a circle. Furnace is used to smelt down items and again has a little helpful book that tells you what you can smelt. Another thing that is almost necessary for any base is to make a bed. Now a bed helps you set your spawn point in the overworld. So you right click that, and if you see in the bottom, well you can't see, but in the bottom left hand side of the screen, it'll come up with a little message that says respawn point set. Now the time that you can actually sleep in Minecraft is when the sun hits the horizon. So if you're up in the world and you see the sun hit the horizon, the moment the sun hits the horizon, you can right click your bed and sleep. Unless it's a thunderstorm, you can sleep as well then. But you cannot sleep when there are monsters nearby, but you don't have to worry about that if you're in peaceful. So the last thing that is almost necessary for every base is some storage. So I'm just going to show you some basic storage. You need 2 pieces of wood, and I mean logs. Then you craft those into 8 planks. Using those 8 planks, again, you just make that circle structure and you have made a chest. So you can then make, let's just quickly hop into creative. You can make your base out of whatever you like. It can be made out of dirt and you just build up walls. So like it doesn't have to be too much, but as long as you've got these pretty much 4 essentials, you've got yourself a base. Now, a torch. Let's get out a torch. So those players, the players who spawned in with a bonus chest, it'd look something like this. It'll look like a chest with 4 torches around it. Now, inside the chest, there'll be varying loot, but it's got a few useful things. So a torch produces a light level of 15. That's a little bit more advanced. However, it produces light, and if the light is not strong enough in a certain area, hostile mobs will spawn. Again, that's only if you're playing on, if you're not playing on vanilla, not vanilla, peaceful. So that's a torch. How you craft a torch is you use coal, but we'll talk about ores in 2 episodes time, so that'll be when we get into mining. For now, we're just showing some basics on the surface, and then we'll go into tools now. So we'll go into the basics of tool construction. So here's how you make some of the different tools in Minecraft. Well, most of the tools in Minecraft. So here we have the hoe, one of the least rated tools in Minecraft. That got a huge overhaul in the recent Nether update for 1.16. Now you make a hoe, 2 sticks, and then 2 wood planks, or 2 cobblestone, 2 gold, 2 iron, 2 diamond, or you make a netherite hoe with a diamond hoe and a netherite ingot. All the netherite stuff, we're just going to skip over that for this episode because that is very late game. Next we've got the swords. You've got 1 stick and 2 planks, or 2 cobble, 2 gold, etc. Next you have the pickaxe, 2 sticks, 3 planks, and the shovel, 2 sticks, 1 plank. Remember, all of these recipes can be found in the crafting guide in your inventory if you have the resources. If you haven't got the recipe to pop up, check if you've got craftable ones on only. You can also search them up. Sometimes if the crafting recipe isn't unlocked while you're in the crafting table. So what you may need to do is you may need to exit the crafting table and re-enter it. So after the shovel, we've got the axe. So 2 sticks, 3 planks. Then we've got the bow, 3 sticks, 3 string. The crossbow, which is a little bit more advanced, and honestly had to search this one up myself because I don't really use it too often. I either find them or get them off other off mobs. You probably don't need the bow or the crossbow unless you're fighting mobs. And the shield. If you are fighting mobs, this is almost necessary as soon as you find iron. We then have some other tools. To be honest, I don't really use a compass, but that's how you make it. It will lead you back to your spawn point. So if you've set your bed down and slept in that, or right-clicked it, this compass will point you back to that. You can also set a compass at a particular block with a lodestone, however that is late game. Flint and steel, that is used to light things on fire. Apart from that, it's not really that useful. Then you got your fishing rod. So your fishing rod, 3 sticks and 2 string. Obviously, you make it and use it to fish in Minecraft, so you need water to do that. Then you got your shears. So your shears can be used to shear sheep, but some other things that they can be used for is collecting grass items from the grass that spawns in the world. It can also be used to get weeping vines and like all the dead bushes, cobwebs, things that some things that you would need silk touch for, but with shears you can get them anyway. Now, I've left an item frame blank here because there is another helmet. There we are. So this is how you we'll start with the helmets. This is how you make a helmet. 5 in a row. So for armor, it's a little bit different to the tools. There are some things that you cannot craft. For instance, chainmail armor you cannot craft, you can only find it. So this crafting recipe only works for 5 of the helmets. And those are the leather cap. So you use leather, iron, you use iron, gold, diamond, and special case for the helmets, there is a Turtle Master helmet which you get from Scoot. However, that is more of a late game thing. And we move on to the boots. Similar story, except no Turtle Master thing in this case. Again, you put it in this pattern as shown on the screen. So 4 leather for the boots. Then we move on to the leggings or the pants. You require 7 items to craft these ones up. Again, no Turtle Master thing. And finally, you've got the chest plate. Again, you need 8, and you can't craft. Yeah, I'll just leave it. So that's some of the basic crafting. I will quickly go over what all the tools are used for. So the hoe, as it may sound, is used for most of the farming stuff. So some of the nether blocks, like nether wart blocks, which are actually farmable. You can till dirt, you can mine hay bales, and other farm-related items. Swords, the only real thing swords are the main tool for is cobwebs. However, you're not going to be running into many of them. Swords are mainly used for fighting mobs. There's a completely different mechanic for all that, which I will explain in another video. Pickaxe, anything stone related. So you've got your stone, your cobblestone, andesite, granite, diorite. Then you've also got all the variations, the stone bricks, concrete, terracotta, all those different blocks mined with a pickaxe. Shovel, as it may seem, shovel is used to shovel grass, dirt, sand, gravel, concrete powder, which is, again, a late game thing. But anything that seems like it'd get in between your toes, use a shovel. Axe, anything wood related, as seen before. There are the 6 main types of wood. However, there are 2 other netherwood variants. Use an axe for wood. Or just your fist. But an axe makes it faster. So after all these basics, I think you should be prepared for a first night. If you have any questions or concerns about this, make sure you leave a comment down below. I will help clarify anything. I will be starting a survival series soon, so get keen for that. Apart from that, I will see you in the next information episode, which will be on movement. So understanding more movement controls rather than just WASD. So W, move forward. A, left, S, move back, and D, move right. So next episode, we'll explain more about that. See you in the next one.